Okay, that's a lot better. I'm gonna be honest, this version of Zeke still looks very lame. So does that. But this version of Zeke actually looks kind of cool. This version of him actually looks kind of cool. The revenue for all Chinese gacha games for July 2023. These are China earnings taken from a Bilibili video. From what I am aware of here, this guy does regular monthly videos going through the earnings of every major Chinese gacha game. Honkai Impact 3rd, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, Arknights, Tower of Fantasy, Punishing Grey Raven. There was Ether Gazer, Path to Nowhere. Every major Chinese gacha game. He is known in the gacha community to be very accurate. Here are the total Chinese plus global revenue. Okay, wait, no, let me correct it. These are Chinese plus global revenue for the top 30 earning titles. This is not just China, this is global, including China. The guy in specific is a NetEase employee. We'll go ahead and we'll look at the earnings first, and then we'll go and read through the comments and see what people have to say. Okay, let's take a look at, I mean, just looking at this pie graph already, you can see Honkai Star Rail is 37% of it. So you already know it is gonna make more than pretty much every other gacha game there, with the exception of Genshin combined. So Honkai Star Rail, global plus China, 220 million this month. Does this factor in PC earnings? Honkai Impact 3rd's PC revenue is not added. So this does include PC and mobile, with the single exception of Honkai Impact 3rd. So PC and mobile. Honkai Star Rail, 220 million globally this month, or for the month of June, right? No, July. For the month of July, 220 million, followed by Genshin Impact for the month of July at 195 million. That is only $25 million behind Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail is still kind of in its honeymoon phase, with many people still. And I will note here that this was before Kafka's release. So Honkai Star Rail next month is gonna see numbers even higher than July. 220 million for July, probably gonna be seeing upwards of 300 million or more for August. Genshin Impact with Fontaine releasing is gonna see significantly higher than the 195 million. I guarantee you it's going to be on par with Honkai Star Rail. Both games are probably going to be above 300 million respectively, which is going to equate to over $500 million for Hoyo in a single month. That is crazy. So Hoyo has 69.9%. Is that, did they? The pie graph, 37, 32, 69.9%. What numbers? Wow. And that's just Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. Yeah. Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. It's probably going to be 600 million or more next month. Naruto Shippuden, like a gacha for Naruto. Arknights at 25 million. Holy shit. Dude, that is crazy. Arknights at $25.4 million. Yeah. Honkai Impact 3rd at 12.1. Ensemble Stars 2 at 11.4 on mute. Tears of Themis. Isn't that also a Hoyo game? Pulling in 8.7 million. Wait, Reverse 1999 pulled in $8 million. Holy crap, that is crazy. $8 million. Jesus, and it hasn't even released globally yet. Mr. Love. Wait, what? Okay, Azure Lane, 6.6 million. Punishing Grey Raven, also 6.6 million. That's interesting because people look at the numbers of global, which are roughly at about, I think Punishing Grey Raven is at roughly 600,000, 800,000 or so dollars globally, but in China, 6.6 million. Azure Lane is at about 1.2 or 2 million globally, but totaling 6.6 million with China. Wow, that's not Arknights Enfield, no. Reverse 999 8 million. Yeah, it released in China I think a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I don't know. It was a recent release, I think. Tower of Fantasy, 4 million for PC, for mobile, global plus China. Snowbreak, globally 3.4 million. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good month for Snowbreak. This is someone that has generally been regarded to be fairly accurate in their accounting of earnings. So I don't have any reason to disbelieve this right now. Path to Nowhere at almost 3 million. That is actually surprisingly good. I know Path to Nowhere is a very good game, very fun, and was compared to Arknights, but I'm assuming didn't live up to people's expectations or the Arknights player base's expectations, which is why it's not as popular, but it is still popular and successful in its own right, given the kind of game it is. Ether Gazer at 1.8 million is probably not doing that well, given I think it was at like 6 or 8 million 2 months ago. Neural Cloud at 1.3 million is definitely concerning, but Girls Frontline at 700k is very bad. Honkai Star Rail, damn, 220 million. Yeah, that's just for global for the month of July. That is crazy. It's nice to see Honkai Impact Third here. It is, yeah. Honkai Impact Third does not make much money globally. I think like 1.5 million, but in China makes up about 10+ million, I guess. Do you believe the company or what kind of a question is that? Do you believe a company that is notorious for lying, that is notorious for stealing, plagiarizing, being entirely incompetent? Or do you believe someone that has years worth of history with successfully accounting for the earnings and downloads of respective games? Is that a question? Are we really saying that we would trust what the company is saying when they are notorious for everything I just listed over someone that has years worth of experience? Years worth of fairly accurate accounting. Perfect World Games has to issue their second quarter financials at the end of August. They're scrambling in an attempt here to minimize the impact that this is going to have on investors. But we're not here to talk about Tower Fantasy. I know you guys are there in chat like, hey, Tower Fantasy, we need to defend it. We're not here to defend Tower Fantasy. I'm not saying Tower Fantasy is in need of defense. I'm saying that these are generally considered to be accurate numbers. Tower Fantasy's $4 million global plus China, mobile plus PC is not bad. I don't see why there are people that are so angry and defensive of these numbers. It's a bit sad for Ether Gazer. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit sad, but I mean, for the kind of game it is, I think as long as it averages like $1 to $2 million, we should be okay. You thought Azure Lane was better than this? What's my opinion on Snowbreak? Very fun, very good game. I think Snowbreak is a great unique game, not guy, sorry. What new gacha do you recommend us playing? You're bored right now? Try Snowbreak, try out Snowbreak. If you're looking for something that feels new and feels kind of fun for a bit, try Snowbreak. When Reverse 1999 comes out, play Reverse 1999. Both very unique, very fun games. MiHoYo blowing competition out of the water. They really are. 100%, over 400 million for just 2 games. Can you imagine Zenless Zone Zero when it comes out, right? Let's take a look at what the comments are saying. Neural Cloud and Girls Frontline 2 is 2 million combined. We ain't dead yet. By the way, is this the data that triggered Perfect World so hard they had to make an official announcement? The dude has been compiling data for 5 years, and this is the first time in those 5 years that a dev got so triggered. I mean, 5 years worth of covering the earnings of numerous Chinese gacha games or gacha games in China. 5 years they've been doing this, and this is the first time that a dev has been triggered. 200 million for rerun banners. I'm assuming that's for Genshin, right? Genshin has what I think they have Klee going right now and someone else. Why are they upset over a random dude covering the revenue? They are the only ones that are, because it's an employee that is publicly showcasing the earnings of every game. And Perfect World Games have their quarterly financial report due this month at the end of August. They do not want their investors seeing only $4 million. So they're trying to change the narrative. Oh, they have Kokomi and Eula? All right, I thought it was Klee for some reason. MiHoYo's worst month being this good. Genshin selling this much with Klee and Eula banners for the whole of July. Oh, so it does have Klee. I wasn't wrong. I knew I saw Klee somewhere. Nothing else can even touch HoYo's big 2 when Zenless Zone Zero comes out. I can't help but think they just get the top 3 slots forever. I mean, true. HoYo games occupy through almost 3/4 of the entire chart. Holy shit. Also good to see both Reverse 1999 and Snowbreak doing well. It's fucking wild that this data is what triggered Perfect World, so they had to make a post, that notification basically saying our game is still alive, folks. Those are good numbers for Snowbreak, considering it only had 10 days of service during the month of July. It is very true. Tower Fantasy lost to Alchemy Stars. Wait, did it? Alchemy Stars? 4.5 million. Naruto Shippuden. Yeah, that's what I was curious of. There's a Naruto Shippuden gacha game? What? So Blue Archive was just below Arknights, but wasn't listed here. But it probably was in the video. Why is Ether Gazer so low in China? I mean, that's a good question. Snowbreak W. Wow, Reverse 1999 doing so good. Glad to see Snowbreak doing well. I'm honestly glad to see that there's so many people happy that Snowbreak is doing well. Tower Fantasy made less than Hoyo's Forgotten Child, Tears of Themis. If true, that's sad. Get fucked, Genshit cringe packed? What? $200 million. What? That comment doesn't even make sense. Huh? Like, huh? How's Genshin getting fucked? Literally, it made $200 million. In third place was 25. It literally made 10 times the third best gacha game. What? What? I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I totally took a shot at Genshin Impact there. It only made 200 million this month.